journey. My topic is from teaching the subject to educating the person. My critical frantic journey towards becoming a teacher who sees students. So here is what I'm going to cover today. First, I will introduce my thing, and then I will share 3 key experiences: my internship, my trip in Tianjin, and my observation of SEN class. And after that, I will summarize my critical thinking process and how my brain has changed. Finally, I will share my action and connect everything to GELOS. So let me start with my thing, becoming a good teacher. So throughout my experience, I started to ask myself a critical question: what does good really mean? It is about exam results, or it is about classroom management, or it is something deeper. So after a lot of reflection, I came to this conclusion: a good teacher is not merely it's not just someone who teaches a subject. A good teacher is someone who truly sees their students. This means we need to see their struggle, their potential, and their different needs. So let me introduce my first experience. My first key experience was my teaching assistantship at Tianshan Middle School Secondary College. In this internship, I had 2 roles. The first role, and I'm an academic role. I taught Chinese composition class, mock exam paper, and the one-by-one tutoring for both weaker and stronger students. I also help with exam invigilation for SEN students. And second, I'm an administrative role. I wrote school events report, helped organize the graduation ceremony, and attended QSIP meetings, which is a school improvement project. So at first, I saw these 2 roles as very separate. But here is where my critical thinking starts. I had a strong assumption at the beginning. I thought administrative work was a distraction. I felt it was stealing my time from the preparing better than Chinese lessons. I used a Bookfield's model of critical reflection to analyze this assumption. The first one is identifying my assumption. My assumption was that teachers' core work is only teaching. Everything else is extras. But when I go into the first 2, I scrutinized this assumption. I started to ask myself, is assumption really effective? So let me give you 2 examples. The first one, through the QSIP meetings, I saw the bigger picture of how a school runs. I realized that a good school is not just about individual good lessons. It is about the whole systems. My administrative work was actually contributing to that system. And second, when I have organized the graduation ceremony, and when I talked to the students about their future plans, I saw them outside the exam contest. I saw their excitement. So their nervousness and their family relationship. So I was not just teaching them Chinese. I was part of an important moment in their lives. So when we go to the next part, we also can know that we can play a important roles in the students in their life. So now let's move on my second key experience. This is my trip to Tianjin. I visit Nankai Middle School and Nankai University, which is a very famous school in China. I talked with Chinese, English, and math teacher there to learn about their teaching methods. I also attend some course at Tianjin University. This is my something course. So, this experience makes me ask. Okay. This experience makes me ask another critical question. Does being a good teacher look the same in Hong Kong and in the mainland? So let me start what I observed. I have a table to share it. Yes. Last one. So let me sharing my table. So in the Nankai Middle School, I saw a strong focus, collective excellence, and national pride. This course at Tianjin University were about cultivating talent for the country. This was different from what I see in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, teaching is often more individualized. We focus on helping each student succeed in a very competitive students. So what did I learn from the comparisons? I learned that the definition of the good students is a context dependent. It is so okay. I learned that the definition of a good teacher is context dependent. It is shaped by culture and society. But here is the important part. Benefit these different methods. This is a sharing course, a dedication to student futures. In Tianjin, it was about their future contribution to society. In Hong Kong, it was about their future personal success. Both are the effective. A truly good student needs to be culturally aware and adaptable. This connects GEM. So we can see the difference in Hong Kong and mainland, some difference. So this is connected back to GL05 awareness, aware of local and regional difference in education. Okay, so then my third key experience was observing class for students with special education needs or SES students in Hong Kong. I watched how the teachers taught them, and I also looked at the special exam papers, and that were decided for the SEN students. Okay. So this experience was turning point for me. This experience forced me to think deeply about one question: what is the fairness in education? So my old belief was the fairness means treat every student the same, give them the same test, the same teaching. But when I watched the SEN class, I realized something important. Same is not fair. So for SEN students, a standard exam paper is not a fair test. It does not measure what they have learned. only show what they cannot what they cannot do because of their disability. So, but the specially designed paper were different. They were not easier. They were accessible. They were decided to show what these students can do. So this changed my understanding completely. To be a good teacher, I must not only see students' potential. I must see their barriers. My job is to remove those barriers so that they can every student can learn they can learn. So this is my critical thinking on the free experience. So let me bring everything together. My journey has led me to this conclusion about what good teacher is. So the first one, based on my free experience, I believe a good teacher is a free rules. So the first one is a system builder. From my internship, I learned that a good teacher, a good teaching leads to good system. Administrative work is not a distraction. It is part of building a system. So, and the second one, a culturally aware facilities. So from Tianjin, I learned that teaching methods change depending on culture. A good teachers, adapters. So and the third, as I need to do an accessibility designers from SEN observation. I learned that a good teacher actively removes barrier so every student can learn. So my final definition is this: a good teacher is a student seer. So someone who sees the whole person, their struggle, their potential, their needs, and use all available tools to guide them. So now I will share my future outlook action plan. So now let me share my action plan based on what I have learned. I have set a 3-level goals, and the first one is short-term goals. I will actively seek more opportunities to work with SEN students to improve my skills in accessibility design, and I will also continue use reflection frameworks like profile model for my future experience. And the next one, I will volunteer for an administrative role in my school, not just as a core, but as a way to contribute to the systems to the support students. I will also build a professional network on LinkedIn or to exchange ideas with educators from different backgrounds. And the last one, my goal is to become a teacher who champions inclusive education. I want to make sure that in my class and my school, every student is truly seen. So finally, let me connect my journey to the course learning outcomes. The first one is GLO3 judgment. My experience have helped me make better judgment about what is fair and good in education. And the next one, GL5 awareness. The Tianjin trips enhance my awareness of local and regional education difference. And the last one, and the next one, GLO6 engagement. So my active participate in internship and social visit, school visits shows my intelligence and great engagement. So for all the GLS, the whole presentation demonstrates my critical thinking. Okay. And in conclusion, my journey from the teaching the subject to educating the person has only just begun. But I now carry with me to face all the challenges. So my challenge in teaching the subject to educating person has only just begun. And I to be a teacher who doesn't just feel a mind, but who truly sees a person. Yes, and we need to know our students need to their needs, and we can give their some different ideas.